Hello people, you're back again with PD Outside the Box. We're doing something a little different today. Something I like to do a whole lot. We're going to make sweet and spicy beef jerky. And that right there is step one. See you soon. The worst part is either waiting for it to thaw or smelling it cook. Okay, we're back. Finally got to unpackage and cut this thing in half. I used to slice it up by hand with this very knife, but, to hell with that. Power knife. Let's see how that works out in a second. And just like that, we're all sliced up and ready for the next step. Gather up my ingredients and we'll move on in a minute. Back again. Here's our sliced meat still sitting here. And our ingredients. Quite a lot of shit goes into this. Anyway, be back in a second. Alright, meat in the bag, all by itself. Nothing else in there to get it the hell out of my way. Yes, and scale for measuring ingredients. I'll have a measuring cup out here too. Now we have our wet and dry ingredients. All my spices and such are mixed together in there. All my, obviously, wet stuff is mixed together in there. So, let's mix them together. You don't really want to watch me stir it though. So we'll come back to this in a few minutes. Well, it seems to be all stirred up as good as it's going to be, I suppose. Nice and thick and syrupy sauce. So, see, my meat made it back out of the fridge and oh, I thought that was going to get messy. My bag almost tipped over. Anyway, see you in a minute. Okay, we're ready to go back in the fridge. Nice bag of shaken up, well mixed meat. Yeah. We'll just throw that in the fridge overnight. And, we'll be making jerky tomorrow. Or we already have some going on over here that I started this morning. Nice little dehydrator nestled into my dirty dish pile. But hey, it's meat and it's cooking, right? Got a few layers in there. be good stuff. Always is. Helps if I keep it in the shot. Yeah, this is just stupid. Try to keep those spices distributed. Otherwise, they'll end up on a few pieces. You end up with a few extremely hot ones, a few extremely sweet ones. The rest is just kind of salty and vinegary. Almost lost my bag off the table here. I really need to be paying more attention here. And separate all the pieces, get some goodies in between them all. Okay, we're going to do an attempt at an ingredients list while waiting for this to finish, and then I gotta wash some dishes and such. Anyway, start off with your meat. That's not the meat you're going to use, but, you know, it's meat, so it'll do for the example. A kilogram eye round, top round, something that doesn't have a lot of fat in it, because fat doesn't dehydrate well, and it'll spoil your jerky. Okay. Soy sauce, 118 milliliters. 120, whatever's easy to measure for you. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. There we go. Worcestershire sauce. Because, you know, gotta say it right for the internet. 60 milliliters. Ketchup. 60 milliliters. Makes it thick and sticky, you know. Mustard of the dried variety. 2 grams. Brown sugar. Brown sugar. 75 grams. Paprika. 8 grams. Chili powder, 6 grams. Cayenne pepper, 6 grams. Garlic powder, 2 grams. Onion powder, 2 grams. Pepper, fresh milled, with a grinder on it. I don't really measure that by weight. I do about 15 to 20 cranks. Depends how much comes out of the mill each crank. I like a lot. Salt, 6 grams. Malt vinegar, gotta be the dark stuff. Malt vinegar, not balsamic, cause yuck, I've made that mistake and it was horrible. 25-50 milliliters, depending on what you like. I usually go 50. It breaks down the meat and makes it a little softer. Beef bouillon, 25 milliliters, just because, it's beef. It should have bouillon in it. A little extra flavor. Tabasco sauce. This one's a little tricky because it makes it taste like buffalo wings. If you don't like that, don't use it. I put in 20 milliliters just because it's extra spice. I like spice. Anyway, there you have it. Plus the meat, of course. Meat. Anyway, put this crap all away again. Shake my bag up again. I'll see you when it's time for that. Suppose I'll show you the last batch so you know what you're expecting here. I mean, it's jerky. It's not that hard to know what to expect. But there you go. Good stuff. Eat one. Sliced that batch a little thin so it got kind of crispy, but it's still damn good. Anyway, talk to you soon. Whoa! What? Oh my God. My table's almost empty. Ah! My dishes are almost done. Whoa! Somebody's been here. Somebody must have been here. Or was it you? Yeah, that's the look of a guilty dog. Anyway, that was fun. Moving on. Back to shaking my meat. Yes, I washed my hands. Gotta make the final shake a good one. As soon as I'm done dry washing this dehydrator, it's time to start making it. I hate washing this thing. Had to buy a brush just to do it. Anyway, talk to you soon. Okay, my actual last shake. Time to start arranging and getting it ready to go into the dehydrator. So, see you soon. First layer done. I don't know. I'll come back to it eventually when I find some smaller pieces to fill in the gaps, but at the moment, they're a little hard to find in there. So, next layer goes on, if I can get it, there we go, and moving on. Next, moving on. You guessed it. Moving on. Last one. Jesus! Somebody finished my dishes. Oh, God. I'm gonna be in trouble here. I better just get this done before somebody finds out what happened over there. Alright, I got this thing all loaded up. That should put me in the clear for those dishes being done. I'd really like to know who did that. They're gonna get me in trouble. She loves doing the dishes. She tells me all the time, I love cleaning up after you. It's my favorite thing to do. She has so few joys in life, I wouldn't want to take this away from her. I had to find out, who did that and punish them. Anyway, see if I can get this thing over here without dropping it. Oh yeah. Only got my hand a little gunky. We'll just rinse that for the sake of a clean video. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, grab the lid here. Lid on. Now kids, always plug your appliances in with wet hands. It's the only way it works. Alright. I'm on 65 degrees, perfect. 6 hours. I said I didn't know before what was the worst part, waiting for it to thaw or smelling it cook. It's definitely waiting for, or smelling it cook. This is going to be a rough 6 hours. I'll see you in a little while. I guess it's also worth pointing out this stuff soaked in its little bag of funkiness there in the fridge overnight. Maybe 18 hours total. I don't know. I made it yesterday, early afternoon. It is now today. Early afternoon. That one is wrong. So, I don't know. 12 hours-ish they were in there. Anyway, 12 hours in their bag of funkiness. Let's call it 12. 12's a good number. Well, here we are an hour in. Almost. Starting to dry up a little bit. I cut this batch a little thicker, so I'll go the usual time and see what happens. That other batch kind of pisses me off that it got crispy. It's still delicious, but, it's not what it's supposed to be. It's more like chips or crisps, depending on where you're from. Anyway, this is, it's going to be a long wait. It smells good coming through these vents. It's hard to not open it up and eat it. Thankfully, there's some in the fridge that I can eat in the meantime. Okay, almost 2 hours in. Starting to get a little cracked looking on the surface and such. You can tell through the cover. Let's open it up just quick. And there's after 2 hours. Well, we're getting there. Still got some time left on the clock here. It's kind of dark outside. That's my front window. Yeah, we got some lights in the yard. Whatever. Anyway, you know, you probably want to see this, I guess, eh? So here we are. Whoopee. You know, it's still there. It still exists. We'll talk later. We're down to the last hour and a bit. Hour and 15 minutes. There we go. It didn't become daytime. Look, it's still dark out. It is my light. You gotta, like, prove these things once in a while because of all the fake news people and blah, blah, blah. But here we go. Look, front door. Yeah, it's pretty dark out there, right? I didn't just turn on the sun. That was my light. Switch is right there, see? Yep. That was a light. Oh, I hate the world we live in because, you know, you have to do things like that or everyone's going to say, oh, there's 2 different batches because it's bright now. But, you know, you saw. Well, there you go. All done. Now you know how easy it is to make beef jerky. It just takes a very long time. Just let it cool, put it in the fridge, and it's done. And here we are cooling. A whole bunch of yummy stuff cooling away. Hope the dogs don't get it. She did come home angry. Yes, she did.